Helldivers, it's been since the summertime since we last seen new units hit the battlefield for the Terminids. And, following the events of Cybersand and the whole, cyborg arc, it had me thinking, well, what if we got some new units into the battlefield and what could they possibly look like? Well, taking a look at some inspiration from the fan film For Liberty by Plot Coalition definitely has us thinking what could be possible. Alright, so obviously the Tyranids already have plenty of units on the battlefield, but like I said, it's been some time since we've seen a brand new one, and I think that there's more possibilities out there. And I'm going to be taking a lot of inspiration and looking at what was done in the Plot Coalition's movie For Liberty, of what they were able to execute for these robotically enhanced Terminids, which I have been referring to since the movie came out as Autominids. The Helldivers in that film were able to go in and actually infiltrate an automaton base and get surprised randomly by a new type of spewer that comes rushing out of a fabricator. And this is not your normal bio spewer. This thing is cybernetically enhanced and a lot more aggressive and seems to be under the control of the automatons. This then begs the question, friends, if we were to go with this type of unit actually making it in Helldivers 2, could we use this for something like the automatons as another sub-faction, or even like a rogue element sub-faction on the Tyranid worlds themselves? They escape from the automaton control, they're running amok on the battlefields, maybe even attacking other Tyranids, who knows? But this could be a lot of fun and definitely opens up some interesting opportunities. So what if these did become a sub-faction for the automatons? Well, we're going to take a look at what happened in the movie, right? So we got to see that Biospewer, but he was by himself. There was no other units around him. But when the Biotitan appears, this thing is hyper-aggressive, and it's actually attacking the automatons around it first. It goes and throws a leg right through a Hulk and starts attacking everything nearby, and then even going after the Helldivers. So these things will be notoriously hard to control and maybe can add some, chaotic elements to the battlefield. Sometimes it could maybe be under the control of, let's say, the cyborgs when they're nearby, but let's say if you take down a cyborg commander, it loses control and this thing goes berserk. Who knows? We could have a lot of fun with this, but that's definitely going to be maybe something interesting to explore. But what other units can we imagine that this sub-faction can look like? Well, let's take a look at the Chargers, for instance. Maybe they have heavily armored legs or a heavily armored back, making them more aggressive and more harder to kill. Maybe they don't stumble when you shoot them and they just keep running at you. Take a look at the Stalkers, take a look at the Hunters. Maybe they have better targeting systems to go hunt you down. Maybe even look at the Brood Commanders and how they normally spawn units around them. Maybe they can have an adapter on their back that's going to call down reinforcements, just like how the Cyborgs or the Automatons would, or even up from the ground calling out more cybernetically enhanced bugs to go fight you. There's a lot of things that you could explore with this, and again, friends, I think that this could be a sub-faction that works on both fronts, adding a little bit more chaos, like I said before, but also the potentiality of, I guess in a way, multi-factions going through that you would normally not see. If we just want to get a little bit more creative and Arrowhead wants to explore this avenue, I think that it opens up a lot for them. Not only with buying more good grace in the community, but just having a lot more creativity to run with new units. It could definitely be fun. Well, friends, I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you think that this will elevate the gameplay? Will it make it a little bit harder, more challenging, more chaotic, and more fun? Or is this something that you'd not want to see? Regardless, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.